This is Life for You, the first TV magazine in Second Life, with Kira Singh and Christoph Broom.
That's right. And we're especially proud to welcome you, dear viewers, to this, our 40th edition.
And for the 40th time, we've done our best to bring you the latest news, entertainment, and advice. Want to pose for Helmut Newton? Take a look at an amazing new Newton exhibition. Walk right into the famous sets of this master of erotic photography and discover how he made it all possible. It's giant, it's spooky, it's profitable. Our reporter continues his exploration of the amazing Rasible Sim. He learns a lot, gets scared out of his wits, and attempts to find out who's trying to make money out of this and how. It's an explosion of great ideas! New Year's Eve is near, which means it's time to check out the explosive fireworks offerings in SL. You wouldn't think it, but there's a big difference in what you can get for your Lindens.
Last week, we covered the Metaverse 07 conference in SL.
Yes, Kira, and you hosted the exciting panel discussion with some really interesting people involved in cutting-edge virtual world technology.
But we just learned that poor old stressed-out Draxter Dupre almost missed the entire event.
He frantically filed this little report.
One virtual world conference after the other. Chicago, San Jose, London, just to throw out the more popular venues. How happy I was that Metaverse 07 hit close to home in Munich at the Deutsches Museum. Excuse me, did I miss the Metaverse 07?
I'm sorry, it's been canceled.
What? Canceled? No way. I learned that the two-day event organized by Bukowski and Lyman and publisher Software and Support was happening only in-world on IT Republic Island. Spokesperson and host Marissa Bergbahn put a positive spin on things.
It was not cancelled, it was postponed until next year. Metaverse Real World will take place in May 2008.
Marissa admitted that one obstacle event organizers faced was her fellow countrymen's current negative perception of SL.
The best this summer in Germany wasn't that good. It also takes time to establish a new brand. I think having this in-world conference as a warm-up, we have a much better chance doing it successful next year.
Back in the auditorium, I discovered mainly Germans had made their way to the conference in World. A correspondent from the tabloid The Avastar had even fallen asleep. The rundown of topics seemed interesting, but dominated by the usual suspects. Then it was time for the highly anticipated keynote by Gene Linden. After throwing out some impressive numbers,
we have about 14,000 simulators. We're larger than Berlin, 5 times the size of Washington, D.C.
Gene revealed the Linden approach to future scaling.
We need to be able to enable businesses and educators to manage their respective communities. We want others to have that direct end-user relationship, to be able to provide their own user experience, their own level of support, and have their own streams of revenue and marketing.
We suspected as much with the mushrooming of orientation experiences. Gentle guidance by volunteer mentors outsourced to commercial brands.
What we're moving towards is expanding from the user-created content to user-created management, to user-created development.
All this renaming can be confusing. In-world developers are now solution providers, and the world as we know it has spun off the platform. To the detractors of virtual worlds,
well, where do you think this is going to go? Or is it just this fad?
Gene had this to say.
If you think the internet is the end-all to communication technology, then your answer is probably no. But I think the internet is the beginning. It depends a great deal on you.
Thanks, Gene, for not forgetting the old mantra about all of us shaping the world together. Back at the Metaverse organizer team, they have chosen the town of Ludwigsburg as the location for the non-virtual portion of the 2008 conference. Larissa Bergbahn says she expects healthy growth between now and then.
Remember, Chicago started the first year with less than 100 people. Over here in Germany, we are at least 1 year behind the US market.
Yes, there were close to 1,000 visitors to SLCC 2007 in Chicago, but I gotta tell you, this dynamic city is perfectly chosen for a cutting-edge technology event. In Munich, however, I suspect attendees might find a cozy beer hall preferable to the conference room. Singing along with brass bands beats staring at a computer screen any day. Ein Prosit der Gemütlichkeit. I'm Drexter Dupre for Life4U News.
Thanks, Drexter. Life4U will be right back with some gorgeous Helmut Newton photographs in SL. Brilliant. Right after this.
I was in a wieg like voor Sibier, tierelier. I was in a wieg like voor Sibier, tierelier. Zijn rammelaar was zijn sleutelbos. Hij speelde diefjes onder een bos. Had water en brood en veel plezier, tierelier.
And here's the news in brief, compiled by Alwyn Garrigus.
Protest against U.S. foreign policy. The Lag for Peace Committee has organized a peace camp that will take place on Commonwealth Island. The peace camp is a response to a possible war with Iran hinted at by the U.S. government. The biggest SL demonstration ever is scheduled to take place on Saturday and will feature many cool events. On Commonwealth Island, you can also get information about the current political situation and Lag for Peace's future plans. Mobile call for SL residents. The mobile telecommunications company Vodafone has expanded its presence in Second Life, and now you can use the updated Inside Out tool to get an in-world phone number and send and receive text messages and phone calls. Vodafone Island also has a comprehensive newbie parcours with information about clothing, behavior communications, and construction. And while you're there, check out all the gifts and games. A truly virtual experience. Artist Paulo Bedes is currently presenting a tribute to Helmut Newton called Sex and the Virtual Landscape at Avitrate Gallery. After you've teleported to the exhibition, you can get a special hood that guides you through the gallery and provides information about each photo. A short text appears and tells you about Bedes' SL reenactments of the original Newton photographs. If you wait a bit longer, an audio commentary will tell you more, and the best feature is that you can manipulate the settings too, and be a part of your own tribute to Helmut Newton. Visit this exhibition. It definitely points to the future of the arts in SL. But how can you get there? For example, you could use this new search tool, which was introduced at a press conference by James and Sally Linden. The new tool contains all the old functions and a lot of new ones. If you search in the All tab, different symbols classify your results. The Person tab shows the whole profile, and the searching is much faster. Two special features are the Web Content and the Back button. This means that now it's easy to pass it back to our hosts in the studio.